Hey, how's it going, guys? I'm back with another video. Reviewing the final arc of the original Seiya anime. Yes, the final arc. Well, technically, yes, of the main anime, that is. Because this is not, we're not still not done with the original gag, with the original Saints of Athena. With our main can. We're returning with 3 more reviews of the Hades chapter. Now, the Hades chapter is 3 parts. And I have a feeling. So this final arc, the Poseidon arc, is 150. Those episodes 100 to 114. So a total of 15 episodes. And like, I think I got a theory why the series never continued after that besides OVAs. Similar way to the after the Hunter x Hunter anime, it made sense why it ended. Because it was adapting from the manga and there was no material to adapt. True, they could make filler, but they decided not to. Because that would be a disgracing story. So yeah. It's not adapting the story. I think the reason the anime was cancelled was because someone else that's been airing since that aired a year after Seiya came on television in Japan. That is one of the most popular Shonen Jump series ever. The most popular. You don't get what I mean? I'm talking about Dragon Ball, of course. Because in 1987, Dragon Ball Z aired its first episode. As I think it came out in 1987. I don't know. And Dragon Ball Z became the most popular anime of Shonen Jump. One Piece wouldn't come out until 1999. While the other Shonen anime, they weren't as popular, so they didn't really last long. Then again, there are some attractions. I like Yu Yu Hakusho, but obviously since Dragon Ball and Seiya are both owned by Toei Animation, it makes a little sense. Toei eventually released One Piece in 1999. So, yeah, other anime by Toei that Shonen Jump or ended. If they're like, I don't know if only any other Shonen Jump anime besides Dragon Quest the Adventure die. That came out in 1991. And Dragon Ball Mania was going strong in the early 90s. But I think that ended for a different reason. I have my feelings about that. Because the manga, either the manga was complete. I don't know if the manga was complete or not. Anyway, the final episode of the Saint Seiya anime, episode 114, aired on April 1st, 1989. For 3 years after the series premiered. And what a journey it's been. No, it's because they're kind of repeating the same type of thing as the last two arcs. Athena's in trouble, and the Saints had to battle many different types of saints or people who are like saints to rescue her, and then after, also to defeat the big bad of the arc. It's just a little linear. I know they do make it a bit professional too, but 3 times, I don't know. Maybe they just run out of ideas. Peanut Saint All formula. I don't like the arcs. Well, it makes sense, but this movie was shorter because it was only 15 episodes instead of a long one. Anyway, let's start the review. So, continues when we left off. With Athena being capped. Now to recap. At the end of the last arc, Athena was abducted by Poseidon. By tidal wave. It's something that confuses me, like. So yeah, and storms are raging across the world. So the saints are searching for her. So Seiya wakes up in Poseidon's temple, where she meets a man she's already met before, Julian Solo, a rich guy. But he's revealed to be the reincarnation of Poseidon. We learn about what happened. Suddenly met at his 16th birthday party. His family owns a pop special company, and his dad knew Sayori's grandpa. He liked Sayori, and he asked her, but this must be some, not that long before the events of the Galaxian Wars. So most likely a day or two. She mentioned she's coming back to Japan. Most likely set up the Galaxian Wars. And so it must take some time, a couple of days before the events of the first episode. Long before the events of the first episode. I guess. So she turned him down. Because he's a pompous ass, spoiled rich brat kid. Money's everything and stuff. Makes he get whatever he wants. But Sayori's not like that. She used to be a selfish brat when she was a kid, but what her grandfather taught her, she changed as a character. Now, one of the things I'm disappointed about the series is that they dropped the whole tension between Seiya and Sayori thing. Like they just ditched that later on in the first arc, after the first arc. And Izumi did the second arc slowly retcon the events of the last arc. Also, their class wasn't even destroyed, actually. Like, the Pegasus and Dragon class were not destroyed or damaged. They were fighting. Yes. But, as I remember right, they both took off the top layer of the class. So it was about his skin. So that confuses me. So basically, he did not like being told no. Also, that day discovered he was the reincarnation of Poseidon. So yeah. Sayori is upset with him what he's done. He's plans to flood the entire world and build a new one. And he has many loyal followers. Yeah. So they make a deal. So she'll be the sacrifice instead of them. She knew she wouldn't die, but she's willing to take this to keep people safe. That's how much of a good person Sayori is. Of course, I'll keep her alive for the next few hours. So yeah. Anyway, cut back to Asgard. Where we cut to Seiya and Shun talking to Hilda and her sister. Shiryu and Hyuga are looking for someone. They don't mention Iki. This literally just took place just a few minutes after the last episode 99. So I never explained where Iki is, where he's to be to, and why isn't Marin and Shina there? You also could be looking for Athena too. Anyway, Seiya should manage to find the entrance to the Seiya is suspected Poseidon. Seiya should manage to find the entrance to Poseidon's sanctuary. I can't remember what it's called. Look at JD, where they encounter a female light warrior who was wearing something like a cloth, but they're called scales. Similar to calling class, they're part of Greek mythology. For Asgard, it makes sense because they're Norse mythology, so they have different views. So yeah, she's a tough opponent. Even meet one of the a general, where they learn a lot. There are 7 pillars. Sayori's in the main pillar. and all 7 must be destroyed to save her. But each one's protected by a general with a golden scale and a strong. So they have to find him. Shiryu's back at Wulong Peaks trying to ask information about his master. But I'm afraid he doesn't know anything about Poseidon, so I won't be able to help this time. I really do like how Shiryu does get a lot of advice from his master. He is wise, but he's sadly not able to help out Shiryu this time. Okay. So yeah, I'm curious to know about the Hades chapter actually. It's a 3-part story. So it's each the first 2 stories gonna end on cliffhangers before it's the final one. I don't know. I should look up how many episodes are in Sanctuary, then review the other episodes. So yeah, I do not know when I need to look up that, and I do not know when I'm gonna review that. Anyway, Shirley and Hyoga also show up a little bit later and end up battling Lord of the Generals. Strong, they managed to beat even one is Iki also joins in a little later. But he's not really going around doing stuff with it. He heads straight on. He's gonna head straight up beside his tempo. Hyoga encounters a ghost from his past. He bets a former friend named Isaac. He, like Hyoga, he trained to become a saint of Athena. And an accident happened that led Hyoga to think he was dead. It happened. And now he's back. And all fights work out their personal issue as Hyoga managed to come on top. But in the process lost his eye. But as the dub says, his eyelid was scratched. So mostly he'll be healed, but just when you open for the Hades chapter, he's got a bandage around that eye for a couple episodes for a time. I think it's something they forgot, actually. Didn't warn this battle, Shiryu was blinded again. But when he appears at Poseidon's temples, he's able to see. Well, they don't explain it. They never explain it, actually. But by the first opening of the Hades chapter, he's somewhat blind for a bit. Oh, I'm not sure, really. He's going his own way. Seiya should be Roma Shiner also there helping out. They confront Poseidon. Iki learns of the terrible truth of Poseidon. And you see, it was one of the gemstones was actually related to Ares, the former Pope Ares, or Seiya, his name was, named Canon. And he was just as evil. And what competitions happened when they were kids? I'm not going over much about that. But basically, it was him that revived Poseidon. But he didn't. But he planned to take over and make sure Poseidon never wakes. Okay. So yeah, I did well. Yeah. So yeah, Shun also shows up, right? Seiya, Sagittarius gold cloth. Seiya dons the Sagittarius gold cloth. Managed to injure the base side and now weaken him fully. And then the Libra gold cloth and the Aqua's gold cloth show up and put themselves on Hyoga and Shiryu. Shun's the only one not to get. Shun Iki not the only one not to get golden cloths. Also, a little detail I forgot to mention about the new cloths. There's once they got in the last arc. It's made with the blood of golden saints. When the cosmos is a lot higher, The cloth changed from bronze, silver to gold, giving them the powers of Gold Saint. It's pretty cool. But Iki and Shiri, Iki and Hyoga don't really get that much value during the battles. And the class change car. I mean, it only happens later. During the final battle against Poseidon. So, and thanks, oh, yeah, the Libra Gold cloths here thanks to Kiki. That's why Shannon's there as well. She bought the cloth. Because of Shiri was master as well. They all kept calling him master. For some reason, even though he's not. Ah, maybe it's just a sign of respect. Sees he's technically the head of sanctuary for now till a new pope is chosen. So, yeah. As a battle on hard, where Seiya managed to rescue Sayori, they managed to beat Poseidon and save the entirety of them. After Poseidon is defeated, they all propelled back up to the surface, protected by the Venus light. Well, doesn't have any happy finale or something. Just basically seems going to be another episode. I think that was the plan when they adapted this arc, so there was no proper final farewell. Yeah. Actually, I had a feeling before the Hades chapter, I had a feeling there was plans for another arc. A filler arc, to be more specific. Because I don't think it's in the manga. That is a battle against Zeus. Zeus has never appeared in the anime. At all. He was mentioned to have his own saints. The four godly rules to protect their own. To protect their own sanctuaries. So the next battle is against Hades. But there were probably plans to do an arc based on Zeus. Because he's Zeus's own saints. Like, would it be an enemy or an ally? Could have just done more stuff with that. But since the animal's cancellation, I think they couldn't do it. Oh well. Anyway, the arc ends with the saints who, with our main saints along with China, and looking out in the ocean as the episode ends, as the arc ends. And it's weird seeing China in regular attire. Yeah, she's wearing regular clothes. Oh yeah, doing the battle with Poseidon, her mask got destroyed. Well, cut in half. Same way it happened in episode 1. Way back in 1986. So yeah, but this is not the end for our main saints. We got the Hades chapter review, and then I'll be moving on to Saint Seiya the Lost Canvas. I looked up its timeline, and it takes place 2 centuries prior to the events of Saint Seiya. Set during a certain period. That makes sense with Hades and Athena. That would make sense, because Athena is only born, it reincarnates every 2 centuries. So I don't know how many centuries it takes for her to be born. But she was born Sayori Kito in the 20th century. I actually like to see a new Saint Seiya anime, like Omega. Focus on it. But without Seiya or any of the original saints around. Like centuries in the future. Focusing on new saints, descendants of them. Last Saint Seiya show is like that. I don't know. I don't remember looking it up. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed my content, hit the thumbs up button. And to see more, subscribe to the channel and click on the notification bell. You'll stay updated all news that comes out in the future. Now, I'll pick up a review on the Hades chapter next week, actually. I decided to wait till 1 week to review the next episode, the Hades chapter story arcs. Because, they're all going to be subbed. They were never dubbed. Not even Netflix dubbed them for some reason. Maybe because they're OVAs. So they're going to be watching Japanese. But it's not going to bother me. I better just take a break from watching it for a bit before going on to the next arc. I will put more reviews. I think about checking out a new manga that's released. See if I like it, I'll get my review. I'll do more reviews. I'll do some reviews on it. But I will see you later for a super smartphone. And I'd like to apologize for that review did you about Ghost Game yesterday. I really do apologize. I can't be bothered. So, anyway, guys, I'll see you all next time for another video. Keep your links out.